Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're in the world. Tonight's another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards, Mage Edition, where Master DeSalle has called upon Serena Novak to speak to him in Arthur's office at the museum. DeSalle will be showing up with Arthur's key card and using it to get access.
Well, Serena will arrive punctually.
In the office, you'll notice that DeSalle is wearing a little bit more formal-looking outfit than the combat fatigues that he usually wears. It's like a dress shirt, button down, slacks, a black kind of dinner jacket of some kind. He'll motion for her to sit down.
She'll have a seat.
I've heard some very disturbing things. This, by the way, time of frame reference. This will be Saturday afternoon or early evening.
All right.
All right.
Well, what have you heard?
I've heard that you disobeyed the wishes of the Speaker of the House of Pentacles, that you gave dangerous technology to a little god that is going to have the triad use them in open combat on the street, and that you used one of those on property that belongs to not only the devil but a member of the House of Staves.
Out of character, she would have known the devil's car because she's got contact information.
No.
I specifically said I was going after a...
It's not the car. Not the car.
Oh.
It's the fact that it was the parking lot of the museum.
Serena's going to rub her temples a little bit. She's going to say, first off, I received no such orders from the Speaker of the House, from the Speaker. All I had been told was by a pair of technocrats who had been against my work for the 4 months I had been working on it. And that they had intended to bring it up to the Speaker, and that they had intended to get the council to stop me. That is not a direct order.
At this point, DeSalle is going to pull Arthur's phone out of his pocket and hand it over to her, and pull up the messages to Dmitry Dragomir. Unfortunately, our speaker will not be able to use this for another few days. And he'll show her the messages from Arthur to Dmitry telling him to stop her from doing it.
One moment, I gotta look at something. Because this is actually at the point where she might ask to leave the city. Because it's nothing on you, man. It's that this has been her goal for the last several months, and Dmitry Dragomir has been the thing that stopped her every single step of the way.
Right.
So she may just ask to leave. So Serena's going to at that moment rub her temples, and her mouth is moving. She's arguing with Tesla. And then finally she's going to look up, and in a very calm voice she's going to say, I would like to request to leave the city permanently.
There's a way I could do it. The only problem is that I need to know how to stop Zahn and the Triad from doing what they're planning to do before they do something on a wide scale and the technocrats send in dreadnoughts. You do understand that is what would happen if mortals started flinging around your technology willy-nilly. Also, I have it on a recording that was given to me by a member of the House of Stays that Zhang Shushen does not care what happens to the people of the city as long as they make a stand against the technocrats. He fully intends for everybody in the city to die.
At the moment, everyone seems to intend everyone in the city to die. Either the death of the mortal shell or the death of personality. And that is entirely what is here to prevent.
You're not the only one who's trying to prevent all this.
No, but I'm the only one who's been stymied every single step of the way by Dmitry Dragomir, who I am fairly certain that by this point, given the number and intensity of how many times he has attempted to stop me, and how intensely he knows of exactly what they will do, throwing around things that are at the most 5 years ahead of their timetable. I'm not talking about teleporting people off the street or flinging around plasma grenades or
no, you're talking about
I'm talking about a slight increase in the ability to power a device that size. That is the only advanced technology in those. They are almost entirely mundane. But no,
let me ask you this.
Still too far ahead.
Let me ask you this. I've been around a lot longer than you. A lot longer. What do you think would happen if a bunch of gangsters who have no clue how to build an EMP device starts whipping portable ones that shut down their technology?
They'd probably go after the gangsters.
And
but by that point, I'll have hopefully had more buyers, and I'll be able to spread things around to the ability that they would not be able to. They'd have to play whack-a-mole to get at it. They could go after me directly. I was willing to take that risk this entire time.
You don't know what happened to Trafalgar, do you?
No, I do not.
Trafalgar was a city with a focus on enlightened gains. Magic for the sake of magic. Magic beyond that of even wildest dreams of the traditions. Well, a little organization that had started during the Renaissance caught wind of it. They convinced the Inquisition to destroy the city. Trafalgar was wiped off the map and then rebuilt as an Order of Reason stronghold.
So everyone's given up then.
No,
this is what we need to do. Otherwise, they're going to stick one of those power armor suits at every single corner, and they won't need to tear the city down to rebuild it as a stronghold.
Do you honestly think that sending these things out is not going to hasten the arrival of the power armor suits?
What it's going to do is it's going to give them mortals to fight our battles for us. It's going to give people a chance of taking them down, making them no longer invulnerable. At the moment, that's what they are. Because at the moment, the only one who can fight them is us. I'm bringing the weapons to the people, not monopolizing them and striking from the shadows, because we don't have that kind of time.
No, what you're doing is putting in jeopardy the very people that we, as the traditions, have sworn to protect. We are to protect the future of the sleepers until they awaken. Or did you forget that in your little orientation when you joined our organization?
Don't have that kind of time.
Don't talk
right now
to me about time. I have been playing a game against these people longer than you can even possibly imagine. I've seen what they do when all of a sudden there are mortals running around with things they're not supposed to have. They wipe them out. They don't care. about a small amount of mortals in the grand scheme of things. Why do you think Hong Kong is cut off from the rest of the world in communications, in video, in television, in every conceivable possible form of communication whatsoever? It's because if they need to wipe this place out, they will. And they'll probably pin it on us or pin it on some terrorist organization. So, if I'm going to get you out of this city, I need those weapons back from Zahn.
You're not getting them back from Zahn. Kill me if you have to.
I'm not killing you. I would
No,
never.
you're killing me one way or another.
The fault is that you only.
No, the fault is that I
If you
brought
could
up this
see,
plan to open council, and nobody brought up any objections to it until I had a buyer, ever. So
I'm not on the
I
council. I
spent
cannot speak for the council.
I spent I spent months on this. If everyone had these objections, they could have brought them up when I first brought this plan up. This has been the plan since the beginning.
Did you ever talk to Arthur
Yes.
about the potential ramifications? Because from what I understand, Arthur talked to Dimitri about the potential ramifications.
I did speak to Arthur about the potential ramifications, and I brought this up to open council.
You brought this up to a bunch of, in your view, technologically inept monkeys.
Technologically inept monkeys who have the final authority.
Technologically inept monkeys that haven't seen all there is about this world. I have. You think that if I knew what you were doing from day one, I would have not tried to stop you? I would have tried to find a better way.
I made no secrets of it.
I have never met you until the last council meeting.
No, but I've made no secrets. I made this plan perfectly clear. In fact, I had made this plan only a week after I had arrived and had told multiple people. If they had raised the objections then, they should have told you then. But instead, people undermined months of work because they don't like that it's about to work. I'm going to strike. I had planned to strike a blow. If you want the weapons from Zahn, ask for them yourself.
I will then. As for getting you out of the city, it's simple. How familiar are you with discorporation?
Fairly.
I can send you from this city in that manner, reconstitute you in whatever domain you wish. But I will say this. If you run away from this, every drop of innocent blood spilled because of it is on your head.
That's fine. I'm going back to Croatia, one way or another.
Very well. Gather your things and meet me at my shop. What I'm going to do, I should not ever do outside of my sanctum.
She grabs the backpack, and that's the only thing she cares about at this point.
All right. DeSalle is going to take you to the. It's going to take you to his gun shop. Is going to take you downstairs. You'll actually see that there are a lot of advanced weapons down here. Not like hypertech weapons, but really advanced. At a cursory glance, you would notice that one of the things resting on the wall is a shoulder-mounted linear launcher, aka a hypervelocity railgun. You also see a few things that you swear are more advanced versions of slug throwers. As you
Yeah,
can
that's
see, I've been preparing. He'll walk over to a circle and motion for you to stand in it.
she'll do so.
If we ever cross paths again, I hope that you learn from this.
I hope you have as well.
This will not be the first time I've had to escape a doomed city, except this time I plan to fight. There we go. All right.
Oh, I'm not escaping because it's doomed. I'm escaping because you do nothing.
You have yet to see what I am going to do, and unfortunately, you will never see for yourself. And he'll reach his hand out and chant, and you will basically disintegrate and reintegrate in your home in Croatia.
Alrighty.
Congratulations, you have fair escape. You have fair escape the city.
Woo!
Okay. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards. Have a pleasant night.